We know them as superheroes, sidekicks, and villains on screen. But what about when the cameras stop rolling? Today we're diving into the real lives of the Henry Danger cast, from friendships and family to hidden talents, love lives, and what they're up to now. Let's take a look behind the mask of Kid Danger and the gang. You might be surprised by what we found. First off is Jace Norman. Jace was born on March 21st, 2000, which makes him, well, definitely not a kid anymore. But he started acting when he was pretty young. He grew up in New Mexico before moving to Southern California, where he discovered his love for acting and also surfing, animals, and being outside. Yep, he's totally an adventure kind of guy. Now, here's something super cool. Jace has dyslexia, which means reading was tough for him growing up. He used to get teased in school, but he didn't let that stop him. He worked hard, followed his dreams, and now he's a huge star. Talk about superhero strength in real life. Jace got his big break on Henry Danger when he was just 13, and the show made him a total Nickelodeon legend. He didn't just stop at acting, though. He's also done some producing behind the scenes. And he starred in a bunch of fun Nickelodeon movies, like Splitting Adam and Rufus, where he literally turns into a dog. Yeah, you heard that right. Outside of acting, Jace is pretty chill. He loves to skateboard, hang out with his dog, and keep things low-key. He's also really into business and creativity, not just Hollywood stuff, but making big ideas happen. So, whether he's saving the day as Kid Danger or doing his thing off-screen, Jace Norman is all about being real, staying positive, and proving that you can do anything, even when things get tough. Second is Ella Anderson. Ella was born on March 26, 2005, which means she started acting when she was just a little kid. Seriously, she was already on TV when most kids were still learning how to ride a bike. Before Henry Danger, Ella showed up in some big-time shows and movies. She was in The Boss with Melissa McCarthy, and she played a young version of Jennifer Aniston's character in the movie Mother's Day. Not too shabby, right? Now here's something super cool. Ella is also really into music. She writes songs, sings, and even plays instruments. She started posting her music online, and fans love it. She's kind of a triple threat: actress, singer, and total fashion queen. When she's not acting or working on music, Ella loves animals, hanging out with her friends, and being creative. She's got this artsy, chill vibe and isn't afraid to be herself. And, yep, she's talked about how important it is to stay confident and kind, even when you're in the spotlight. So while Piper Hart might have had some major diva moments, Ella Anderson is all about being real, staying creative, and following her dreams, with zero screaming involved. Third is Riele Downs. She was born on July 8, 2001, and she started acting when she was only 3 years old. That's right. While most of us were learning how to hold a crayon, she was already in movies. Before Henry Danger, Riele appeared in shows like A Russell Peters Christmas and movies like The Best Man Holiday. She even starred in Tiny Christmas with her real-life BFF, Lizzie Green. Total holiday movie magic. Now, let's talk style. Riele is also into fashion in a big way. She designs clothes, puts together amazing outfits, and has a style that's all her own. Seriously, if there were a superhero for fashion, it would be her. She's also into art, writing, and dancing, and she's got this calm, smart, and super creative energy that everyone loves. Just like her character Charlotte, Rielle is all about thinking big and being herself, no matter what anyone says. And get this, she's even said she loves helping people feel confident and wants to inspire other kids to follow their dreams, whether it's acting, art, or anything in between. So, while Charlotte was the queen of gadgets and one-liners, Riele Downs is the real-life queen of creativity, kindness, and totally rocking whatever she puts her mind to. Fourth is Sha Ryan Fox. He was born on August 30th, 2001, and he's been in the acting game since he was a kid. That's right, Sean's been showing up on TV since before he was even a teenager. He's always had a big personality, and it totally shows in every role he plays. Before Henry Danger, Sean popped up in shows like Kickin' It and Criminal Minds. Yep, he's done comedy and serious stuff. But it was playing Jasper that really made fans fall in love with him. Now, here's something not everyone knows. Sean is also a singer and musician. He's released songs and even music videos. He's into pop music and writes his own stuff. Not just fun beats, but real, emotional lyrics too. So basically, he's got major range. Off-screen, Sean's a big fan of video games, hanging out with friends and making people laugh. He's got this silly, fun-loving energy, and he's not afraid to be a total goof, just like Jasper, but with maybe a little more chill. And while Jasper sometimes got left out of the superhero action, Sha Ryan Fox is totally a star in his own right. Actor, singer, and all-around cool dude who knows how to make people smile. Fourth is Cooper Barnes. Cooper Barnes was born on April 15th, 1979, which officially makes him the oldest member of the crew, but definitely one of the funniest. And guess what? He's not just an actor. He's also a writer, director, and producer, which means he helped create the show you love. Yep, Captain Man isn't just fighting crime. He's helping run the whole operation behind the scenes. Cooper was born in England but grew up in Michigan, and he's been acting and doing comedy for years. Before Henry Danger, he popped up in shows like Cold Case, Pair of Kings, and Jessie. He's also done a ton of sketch comedy, the kind of stuff that makes you laugh so hard you can't breathe. In real life, Cooper is a total family guy. He's married and has a daughter who sometimes shows up in his silly Instagram videos. He's a big fan of superheroes, cartoons, and old-school comedy, and he loves goofing around, just like Captain Man, but with slightly fewer explosions. And here's a fun fact. Cooper voiced Captain Man again in the animated show The Adventures of Kid Danger. So even when the live-action version ended, he kept the hero vibes going. So while Captain Man might be a little full of himself, okay, a lot, Cooper Barnes is the real deal. Smart, super creative, and always down to make people laugh. Fifth is Michael D Cohen. Michael was born on November 22nd, 1975, and trust us, he's been making people laugh for a long time. Before becoming Schwoz, he was already doing voices in cartoons, acting in shows, and showing up in all kinds of TV and movies. But when he stepped into that Swellview man cave, he became a total fan favorite. Now let's be real, Schwoz is probably the strangest character on Henry Danger. He builds banana blasters, teleports people, and says the most random things at the weirdest times. But that's what makes him so fun to watch. And a lot of that wacky energy, that's pure Michael D. Cohen being a comedy genius. But here's what makes Michael even cooler. He's super open about being different, and he's a big supporter of being proud of who you are. He's talked a lot about being transgender and how he wants kids to know that it's okay to be yourself, even if you're totally unique, just like Schwoz. Outside of acting, Michael teaches acting classes, directs, and helps other young actors chase their dreams. He's all about creativity, kindness, and bringing weird, funny characters to life. Plus, he's a big fan of cartoons and has even done voice acting for shows like Grossology and Angry Birds. So while Schwoz might live in a lab full of exploding inventions and teleporting toilets, Michael D. Cohen is the real-life inventor of laughs, courage, and being 100% yourself. And there you have it, Danger fans. From superheroes and sidekicks to inventors and scream queens, the Henry Danger cast isn't just awesome on screen, they're just as cool, and sometimes even cooler, in real life. Whether they're acting, singing, writing, designing, or just being totally themselves, one thing's for sure. This squad knows how to dream big, work hard, and have a ton of fun along the way. Thanks for hanging out with us and getting to know the real people behind the masks, gadgets, and epic catchphrases. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned, because who knows, maybe the next superhero story is yours.